So Dope Live, man. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I appreciate y'all's subscription. Thank you so much. Share this video, share the channel. Thank you again to everybody that's been subbing up to the channel, man. It's greatly appreciated. Every day is a blessing. Again, it's always a blessing to do this and do this for y'all each and every time. Yeah, so it's those type of interviews. You know, we got people out here walking. It's a beautiful day. Again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this video. But today is something special. First installment to, you know, my artist spotlight sessions where, you know, I talk to dope artists such as myself that I've collaborated with and would like to work with, but really want to shed light on their craft and what it is that they do. But this one's special right here. For the very first installment, I got my brother, my player-ass partner, Westside Valentine shit, my brother, Czarnicholas. What's up, bro? How you feeling, man?
I'm chilling, bro.
Hey, man, every day it's a blessing.
Facts, yeah.
And as y'all can see, people still walking through and stuff. It's a beautiful day
out here, man. So, but again, bro, appreciate you pulling up, man. So what's up, bro? What you got going on, man? Back in the world.
Yeah. My brother been doing this music thing for a while. So, all right, let's talk about past projects. What projects that you've done? What's your favorite project that you recorded?
Favorite project that I recorded to this day is probably gonna be My Name Is Nicholas. Some people call me the Funk.
Okay.
And I dropped that back in 2020. But yeah, I think that album just did too well.
Yeah. It was fire, bro. That joint was fire, bro.
Yeah, cause I got albums in my past that like, you know, it was good at the time, but you know, but I just had to find my lane and, you know, really capitalize off of it.
So what about that particular project?
What made it special to you?
So when I did Mermaid City, the one that you got a record.
Yes, sir. Shout out Mermaid City.
I was thinking about this on the way here, but when I did Mermaid City, that was my first attempt to make the type of music that I like to listen to, as opposed to the type of music that I think people want to hear.
Right.
So when I did that record, you know, it was more square, like more boxy. Like I was, you know, I wasn't hitting certain pockets. You know, my flow wasn't, you know, all the way where it should have been. So I feel like when I got My Name Is Nicholas, it was all polished up to the point where everything started to flow naturally. Like it started to fit like skin. You know? So that's why that's my favorite one to this day. Yeah, that's like how they put on Apple Music Essential Album. That's my Essential Album.
Okay.
To me, no skips. Like I done made albums in the past that like I don't even really like this song. I'm just putting it up here to pad the time, like to make it longer than what. Because you know, at a certain point, 15 songs was considered an album. So you know, I'm just trying to like just stuff anything onto a record to make it just fit the time. When I actually started to think, I started to think I don't have to do that. I can, you know, just pick my favorite songs and just put those out. And so that album is when I planned it out the most out of any other album I did. I had like a rollout for it. And to me, it just, everything was meticulously put in place for that album to succeed for me. So, yeah, that's what that was.
What's your thoughts on that? Like, do you hear people music that, you know, just like, it don't sound good at all, you know, to the ears and be like, oh, that's just not good, it's trash, or to be like, it's not for me?
So I low-key feel like every time I go out to the club, the bar, the music that they play in there is simply not for me. Now, I mean, see, the way I know that is because I'm in there, everybody around me is singing these songs word for word. And I'm just sitting there like, what is happening?
Right.
I don't know what's happening. You know, but, you know, only if they play, because the crazy part about it is I don't even like rap music. So it's, you know, I make it because I listen to a certain sub-genre, but for the most part, I like R&B more. So,
okay.
So I just don't really be interested when these rapper songs come out. You know, I cop that new Bryson Tiller album though.
Right.
Because you know, I'm trying to, you know, that's what the.
Like it's a given. You already know. You know why. You know, it was kind of, like how, you know, Trey Songz, it's old material, how that used to be, the same situation, yeah. So yeah, I know what you mean.
Exactly.
Like they got a certain pocket of creativity they get into when it comes to R&B. So, but you know you're gonna go, let me see what this person did. Even if he ain't done nothing in a while, you still want to hear what kind of something creative they came up with. So yeah, I definitely feel you on that.
Yeah, but as far as, you know, cause I mean, like I said, a lot of records are not for me. Some other records do be garbage though, bro. I'm sorry, I can't, you know. But it's only because you can tell when somebody is taking it serious or when somebody is just doing it to get paid. So, I mean, everybody want to get compensated for their artwork, of course, but when your sole motivation is how much money is this gonna make you start to taint the actual artistry because you're just trying to make something that you think is gonna appeal to everybody.
Right.
So, you know, you can't please everybody.
No, you can't. That's a very, very important thing right there. It's like with anything you do, with any aspect of life, you know what I'm saying? Even just being an artist, you're not gonna be able to please everybody. Everybody's not gonna like everything. Some people might say they do like everything, but for the most part, everybody's not gonna like everything, man. And that, having that mindset to me, it keeps you honest. And you don't find yourself going into a space where you got people just telling you that your stuff sounds good just for the sake of it. You know, you always want some people to give you, you know, their honest critique.
Exactly.
You know, because that makes you a better artist when you get that kind of criticism.
Exactly.
You know,
every piece of criticism or, you know, every challenge of, you know, use some different types of words. Or,
right.
You know, don't curse so much.
Right.
You know, every time, I had one girl tell me, every song you rap about has something sexual in it. So, and this was like, when I was like 18.
Right.
So from then on, I was like, okay, now I need to start figuring out other topics.
Yes.
I need to start trying to understand like what other things I can talk about, how I can talk about them, what other words I can use. And so that really be what helps push you to evolve because you working overtime trying to, you know, mold yourself out of all these criticisms you got.
Right.
And a lot of people, you know, hear them and get offended.
Yeah.
And, you know, they don't listen or apply what it is to it. But you got some people that do take the criticism and apply it to their game, and that's how they, you know, multiply.
Yeah, and that makes you better, man.
So, what's your top 3 R&B artists?
My list is probably gonna sound crazy. So, I got Montel Jordan.
Okay, all right.
I got Trey Songz.
Okay.
And I got R. Kelly.
You know, different days, the music is different. Speaking of Montel Jordan, I was speaking about him the other day to a friend of mine because it's an artist now that's out named Four Bats. And he kind of reminds me of a Montel Jordan. How he was keeping it G like that and just be talking this shit. But then at the same time, it's like, you know, it'd be over some boom back, New Jack Swing type 90s stuff. So I'd be like, oh man, that's crazy. It's like a crazy Montel Jordan flip where they be, you know, riding. Montel Jordan tell you, he riding with his Glock, you know what I'm saying, looking for chick stuff, but he already on alert type stuff. And that's kind of like the energy that Four Bats, the artist, gave me, you know. And I heard Kanye gave him a vouch too, saying that he's, you know, he's solid. So,
okay.
You know, so,
I mean, I only ever heard that one song by him.
Yeah.
I don't know the name of it. Drake got on it.
Yeah.
Signed him off of it. But yeah, I mean, I definitely would be open to checking out some of his music because I want to hear what it is.
Yeah. He got a nice sound to him. But like I said, you mentioned Montel Jordan. So with the 3 people that you named, What's a song of theirs that's your favorite? That solidifies their legendary status to you.
So, Montel Jordan. Everybody's gonna want me to say this is how we do it.
Okay, yeah.
But
that's the most popular.
But my personal favorite song is "Bounce to This."
Okay.
Off of his second album. So, you know, that's one to me that you know stands out. R. Kelly, man. that's
too many classics. Too many classics.
I'm gonna just give you one album that I like more than every other album. 12play2.com.
Okay.
Yeah, that one right there out of every other jam. And then same thing for Trey Songz. I can't really give you one album that one song that I put above the rest.
Right.
But one of his mixtapes, Anticipation 2, is my favorite record by him too. So.
Okay. I can dig that. Like I said, solid list though, as far as the top 3. Now you fine. No, you're absolutely fine. No, you're absolutely fine. West Coast artists. So with your sound, if you could describe your sound, what would you describe your sound as? You know, when people listen to your artistry, and what you come up with, what would be a good description of your sound?
You know, my sound is definitely a G-Funk sound.
Yeah.
But a little bit more than that, just an overall West Coast 90s sound.
Yeah.
So that's my lane right there. You know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So yeah, G-Funk. Okay, so with the G-Funk, what is it about that particular subgenre of music that like it makes you gravitate to it?
So the only thing I can think of is 2004. I don't know if many of you remember this.
Yeah. But
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas hit the shelf.
Oh man, ooh, classic. I know y'all remember that one.
In 2004, how old was I? I was like 6, 7, something like that. I don't know. But I know that game, basically the Radio Los Santos, the CSR is what really got me on the R&B.
Okay.
And just the radio stations on that game that I was playing for hours and hours and hours, kind of like made it ingrained in me, basically.
Right, yeah.
So when I would turn the game off, I would go get my iPod, because we used to have iPods, and I'd download the songs to my computer, the little line wire, and I'd just be listening to those songs like throughout the day, before I go to school, on the bus, home from school. So I just kept listening to it. But the craziest part is most people wouldn't even wouldn't know, but my actual favorite rapper of all time is Nas. So the thing that got me to realize that I can actually rap as good as Nas on the type of beats that I like to hear was when he did Nas Is Coming with Dr. Dre and the Firm album, because Dr. Dre was putting West Coast beats underneath East Coast artists, and I had never heard, I never thought something like that could happen. So when I heard that, I was like, okay, yeah, this is probably gonna be for me.
Right.
And I just soak up all the musical game I can from every genre you can think of, and I try to put everything that I like together into one ball. Because they say if you can combine all of your favorite artists into one, you'll become somebody's favorite artist. So
that's quite profound right there, and it makes sense too.
Facts. Yeah.
It leaves room to put your own spin on the creativity as well too, and you got so many different pockets of flows you can pull from when you do that type of thing. So yeah, I agree with that. As an artist, I look at it as like we just strive to like a person like wanting to, they can listen to one song basically. If you can listen to one song, I'm good with that. If it's something you like, cool, you know. I would hate to be doing this and nobody like nothing, you know what I'm saying? So it makes it all worthwhile when you see, you know, the fruits of your labor, you know, go justified and people like what you do.
Yeah, man, because a lot of the rappers I like that are more underground got me in the top 5
Okay,
lists,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And I'm getting to work with artists that I thought was untouchable. You know?
Okay. So let's talk about it. So how's that experience? You know.
So, man, I recorded a song and I posted it on Instagram.
Okay.
And a good friend of mine, Joe Fresco, he said, send me that. And I was like, oh, I'm glad you asked for it, because I was just gonna delete the verse and, you know, make it a 2-verse song.
Right.
And he was like, nah, just send me that. And so maybe 10, 15 minutes later, he DMs me back and says, hey, I got Muggsy, E40's brother, to be on your song.
Word.
So I'm like, oh shit, this is incredible.
Yeah, it is, man.
Yeah, this is incredible. And you know, so we was getting the dialogue going with that, and then eventually Muggsy came back and said, hey man, I talked to Cavio, and Cavio wants to get on it too.
Okay.
And this is to me crazy, because most of the time when you get, you know, well-known artists with notoriety, they want you to pay them for a feature.
Right.
But these guys are like willingly grabbing my song and saying, hey, we need to get on this.
Right.
So that just makes me feel like, you know, I'm doing the right thing.
Right,
I'm on the right path.
Right.
Because, you know, when that type of things happen, shoot, maybe I can meet Ethan Nordy.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm telling you.
My boy, you know, already talking about, you know, having me out in Vallejo to do the music video for it. So, hey, look, man, I'm just, you know, letting things come as they go.
Yeah.
And, you know, keep doing my thing in the meantime.
Yeah, man. You work hard, man. When you work hard like you do, man, you know, it's just, like I said, it's good to see your work not go in vain. And you start to see some type of production from it. Yeah. Because, you know, you are creating and you putting your all into it. And you like to see that, man, because it makes you want to keep going, because you never should be satisfied with just, you know, being complacent with where you at. So
yeah, exactly.
It's a good look for sure, man. For sure. Yeah. So we talked about before, like your shows, and you know, when you go to perform, you know, in front of crowds and stuff. What is it about your set do you believe keeps, you know, people engaged with the music when you're performing on stage?
So what I try to do when I make my sets, my show mixes, is I try to mix in you know, a level of comedy or a level of levity, or, you know, some sort of tick that responds back to that era that most people my age would recognize.
Right.
So, you know, when I start off a set playing, you know, this is Mad Dog from Radio Los Santos. Right. You know, tune in. And then my song come in just banging hard as hell, bass crazy.
Right.
And they didn't hear no beat like that probably in 10 years. Right. I was about to say all night, but probably in 10 years.
Yeah, it's been a while since they heard that. Like you said, since San Andreas. Bro.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So when you got something that's so night and day from what people's been hearing, they just gonna stop what they doing, put the drink down, pick up their phone, and start recording.
Right.
Cause that's what they do.
How's that like? You just going up there to do your set, and then you see people engaged. You know, they got their phones out. Like, dude, what does that do for you? Like, once you get on stage, does that like make you? Does that elevate the performance more? Like, you going through with it. Like, you already knew you was gonna, you know, kill the performance as far as, you know, being on stage. But does that, you know, add it like plus 10? Like, you Super Saiyan mode now?
Yeah, it just makes it more fun for me. Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
Like I did a show a couple weeks ago where I was performing. One song went off, I had a little intermission. You know, I pulled on my curl activator, started spraying it. And
Not the activator.
Yeah,
Hit it with the activator.
with the activator, man.
Oh,
and
man,
the
cold-blooded.
phones went flying up.
Ooh,
Hold up.
cold-blooded.
Dude was like, do that again. So, you know, stuff like that is fun to me, man.
Wow, man. But you know, it's part of it, man. It's part of the artistry, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
fact.
the image is always important as well, you know, to go with the music. You know, people hear the music, but they also want to, you know, see the marketing, you know, who is the person that's doing the song. Like, so you got to have a certain image when you do this music stuff too, you know, and that's what I notice about it too. People like to see music videos. They like to see the snippets. They like to see you in the performance, you know, you got the activator while it's intermission, you know, you in character, like, it's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, they like that.
Yeah.
And you said, bro, like, do that again, like, cause you ain't seen that in years,
probably.
probably.
I gotta catch that on camera. Do that again.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all dope, man. And, you know, that all plays a part in just growing as an artist, man. So I know that whole experience for you was crazy, man. So what's your thoughts about the whole J. Cole, Kendrick, and Drake thing?
So, I think it's fun, man.
Yeah, me too.
I think it's fun. I mean, like Drake said on that newest record, you know, this is something that's been going on behind the scenes for a long time.
Right.
And most people wouldn't be able to pick up on it. So, you know, that's just what's bound to happen. Now, when it's 28 niggas versus one nigga though, that's when it's like, all right now, you know, some of y'all can't even really rap like that for y'all to be beefing. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I never heard, you know, even a producer being in a rap beef.
Right. Yo, that's crazy too. Metro was, you know, right there, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, so you know,
crazy.
it's a volatile situation, but I think it's all in good fun though, because
I think so too.
I just wish J. Cole didn't apologize.
I wish he didn't do that either, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I don't think J. Cole should apologize for any of that.
Because he's actually not wrong. To me, J. Cole is probably, as far as actual rapping ability, above Drake and Kendrick.
Right.
And he showed us all last year with every feature he did.
Yeah.
So if you come in and smoke every single song you on all year long and didn't have to drop an album, then you, as far as rapping goes, you are up here. Right. Now, there are things that happen, when you rapping.
Yeah, for sure. It's a beautiful day, y'all. I told y'all, it's a very beautiful day. Like you said, there are things that happen when you're rapping. What inspired you to pick up the pen, man? Like, or what artist inspired you to pick up the pen?
So, when I was real young, my dad was a rapper.
Okay.
So I would, you know, go along with him when he would make his beats and, you know, do his rhymes. And I guess, you know, from the time I was little, like, you know, able to talk, running around, I was actually, you know, rapping along to a lot of the songs like back then. Right. You know, so when I got like, you know, 4 years old, 5 years old, I was full blown freestyling, you know. And after that, after I was like, all right, I need to start, I had to learn how to write. So after I learned how to write, you know, I just started, you know, writing the stuff down that I was saying in the freestyles and like rearranging it to make it sound better. And I guess since like 9, 10 years old, I've been writing. So, I mean, I've been working on this for my whole life.